Lucy has shone a light on the hideous numbers surrounding the amount of antidepressants being doled out to children and teenagers in the UK. It blew my mind, and I'm sure it will you too. According to official figures, between 2015 and 2021, prescriptions for highly addictive antidepressants given to children between the ages of 5 and 12 rose by more than 40%. That's primary school-aged children being drugged to cure their unhappiness. Have we completely lost the ability to know what is right for kids? And guess what? The numbers peaked in March 2020. That's right. After the start of the first lockdown, there was a 15% increase in these powerful tablets handed out like sweets compared to March 2019. In that same memorable month in 2020, the number of patients aged 17 and under who were prescribed antidepressants reached a peak in England, with nearly 18,000 females and almost 10,000 males receiving the drugs. When I questioned the sanity of locking up our youth, I was called selfish. So who are the selfish ones now? It was so obvious to anyone that was prepared to look that a pandemic of mental health would be coming over the horizon. I believe that we adults have failed an entire generation. This trajectory of medicating unhappy kids was, of course, already established, but COVID policies seem to have accelerated it in a way that must have the drug salesmen celebrating their bonuses. In the frenzy of COVID mania, our youngsters were shoved to the back of the queue by scared, sharp-elbowed adults and policies which neglected to consider education, socialising, sport, fresh air, and the most important thing to children, contact with other children, friendship and play. So we shouldn't be surprised that today the number of under-18s prescribed anti-anxiety drugs is 122,000, up from 78,000 4 years ago. Over the last 2 years, MPs literally appeared on TV to warn teenagers not to kill grandma by hugging her, despite the infection fatality rate being less than 1%. Our future generation were taken out of school and their social circles. They were glued to screens in bedrooms, alone, except for whoever was talking to them online. Vulnerable and impressionable, they received the same undiluted diet of fear and propaganda which turned even the hardiest of adults' stomachs. We grown-ups can, to some degree, cope with uncertainty. Children can't. They need stability, consistency, and to know what will happen when they wake up in the morning. But the government kept moving the goalposts. School will be open. Oh, no, it won't. You'll sit your exams. Oh, no, you won't. Sorry. You'll be able to go on holiday with mum and dad. Oh, no, you won't. You can meet your girlfriend in the park. Oh, no, you can't do that either. And this hideous pantomime took its toll on our children's emotional resilience in a way that we are only just starting to understand. There is a whole generation of teenagers who have lost the ability to plan ahead. What was the point when the government could click their fingers and take away their options? So now they've given up, and desperate, mum marches them to the GP, where they're given sedatives and happy pills. At least, think the adults, we are doing something. And is it any surprise that against a loud message that pharmaceutical companies will ride over the hill to save us all, the solution to depression is as easy as pop a pill? There will be some cases in which adults, of course, benefit from these potentially addictive drugs such as Valium and Librium. But isn't this just a lazy fix when it comes to kids? Shouldn't somebody be taking responsibility for the root cause? Teachers, counsellors, parents themselves. I know it's hard. Believe me, I know it's hard. I am also dealing with the aftershocks of the last 2 years on 3 of my own children. But teaching children that we fix our issues with drugs cannot be the solution. I don't have the solution. The damage is done, and all we have to do somehow is to come together to help these poor children recover from the harm that too many adults caused quite casually and without sufficient concern. But I know that introducing youngsters to a lifetime of pills to fix their troubles is not the solution. Our kids deserve so much better.